Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. Tonight we are at St. Louis Park at the high school bringing you opening night for girls St. Louis Park lacrosse featuring the Chaska Hawks coming in, also a Metro West Conference rival, coming up from deep in the valley of the Minnesota River on a cold, windy, early spring night here in St. Louis Park. I am Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. I believe we're streaming live on YouTube. And the Chaska Hawks, they've already got 2 matches under their belt. They come in with a 1-1 record, but St. Louis Park, this is their opener. They're coming out. They got their nice white unis on out there. And I will say this, we do not have a scoreboard for me to reference to in terms of how much time is left. And I'll try to keep track of the goals as well. That I think I can handle. The time and talking at the same time might prove to be too difficult. But again, glad you're with us. We're at center for the face-off here. Hawks in purple and gold, Park in orange and white and black trim. Ready to go here. Opening season 2024 spring sports season is underway in St. Louis Park. Girls lacrosse bringing to you here on ParkTV 16 Sports, and Chaska wins the initial faceoff and bring it right down into the scoring circles. Number 32, that is Rissa Languth, just a freshman out there, and a quick whistle and a stoppage in play. And that's going to be a penalty shot opportunity for Husu. She does it in there, and she scores it right over the head of goaltender for St. Louis Park, number 30, Karina Odos, I believe. Thank you. And it's 1-0, just like that in the first minute of play, although I'm not quite sure it's been the first minute, but it certainly felt like it. So 1-0 Hawks.
Number 32, Rissa Languth.
Languth gets the goal, and she's also in the face-off circle. So she took that single-handedly, unassisted, got the foul, and then scored on the ensuing penalty shot, and it's 1-0 Chaska now on the faceoff. This time, Park has the advantage with winning that faceoff. Pass missed underneath, but picked up maybe behind the goal, reaching for it and picking it up for St. Louis Park. Number 27, Madeline Anklum. And now Park on offense, and they set up well here. Good spacing, good passing right there. Oh, they just lost it. First game of the season for St. Louis Park. That's number 30 struggling for it. I don't have her name now. Kaiten Buddha. All right, yeah, because my my list of players here is not always accurate. How do you spell her name? Kaiten Buddha, number 30. Okay, all right, playback underway. All right, now Chaska in the St. Louis Park zone. Ball loose, now picked up by St. Louis Park as they bring it back into the offensive zone. Pass missed, and now loose in the Chaska zone. Chasing it there, number 7, that's Carly Sayer, the junior, and Sayer has it. 7, she rushes up the right sideline to midfield. Pass intercepted and blocked by Morgan Pollock, the senior. Nice defense there by St. Louis Park. Chaska regains composure, and that's number 8 with it. Riley Thompson, the 8th grader, passed to the top of the key, and now Chaska is in business on offense in St. Louis Park, looking for their second goal. The shot and a goal, this time by number 1, Morgan Pollock. She took the pass as she cut into the center circle right in front of the net and put it in the back of the net. 2-0 Chaska, the goal by Pollock.
Number 1, Morgan Pollock.
Makes it 2-0 for the Hawks here. So they're off to a great start. And I think you're really starting to see the fact that they've already have we have 2 matches under their belt. And now back to the center circle. No. All right, face off. Number 32, Rissa Languth, against number 1, Meg Ridgway. She won the face-off before last, and that is such a key part I've come to learn broadcasting lacrosse It's not a sport I grew up with, but I certainly do enjoy it. Now on the far side, off the face-off, that is Ashes Fitzpatrick coming in, now behind the net. Rushing, coming in, trying to deliver it in the net, and it's saved, and it goes behind the net, actually. And chasing it, number 22 for St. Louis Park, that's Kate Grimm, the junior. And Chaska retains possession, and nice outlet pass, and another nice outlet pass, and she's got nothing but real estate in front of her. And they've got numbers, and a missed opportunity there on that pass. That's going to allow St. Louis Park to catch up on defense, and it's also going to result in a turnover. As number 13, as number 13, that is Parker Schrant. Gets the ball. Now Chaska takes it right back again. A turnover in their own zone. Always could be dangerous. Here comes Chaska. Nice defense as they push her to the outskirts. And now the ball right in there in a net. She kind of faked everyone out, including this announcer. Number 2 for Chaska, that's Sarah Simon brought it around the goal and deposited it in the back of the net. There's the replay. Simon.
For Chaska, number 2, Sarah Simon.
Sarah Simon. She spells it M-A-N. I've always only seen Simon as an O-N, so I wasn't quite sure how to pronounce that. But that was a nifty goal by that young woman right there, Sarah Simon, this junior attacker. I think the Hawks are up 3-0 at this point. And back to the center circle for the face-off again for Chaska, number 32, Rissa Languth, going against Meg Ridgway. Cold night here, 46 degrees, wind 18 miles out of the west. Feels like 39 degrees. That's what they're playing in tonight in St. Louis Park. These girls are tough on both teams. And they're running around there, so I think that this temperature probably isn't impacting them as much as it is the fans that are in the stands here. They are wrapped up, bundled up. It's cold if you're sitting down for the next hour and a half. But these girls look like they're not suffering any negative impact from the conditions. Now with it, number 4 for St. Louis Park. That's Aliyah Fitzpatrick. And we got a whistle and a stoppage in play. We don't have a scoreboard, so I'm not going to be bringing you the time like I like to do, but they are 12-minute quarters, and we're in the first quarter, midway at some point here, and it's 3-0 Hawks. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us, and there's a goal. Number 4, Ailish Fitzpatrick, the junior. Nice goal by her. And she is really dominating on offense. Watch the quick first step, how she got by those Chaska defenders and went high and beat the goalie, number 50, Cameron Remick. And St. Louis Park now has cut the deficit to 2 goals, 3-1 here. Midway through, I'm going to keep saying we're midway through the first quarter until I hear that the quarter is over, but it's 3-1. Great sign there for St. Louis Park. Things could have got out of hand too early, but that goal has got to give these girls some confidence in the white and orange uniforms. Now back to the center circle. Number 32 again, Rissa Languth and Meg Ridgway. As the referee gets them, they are locked in there, and these face-offs are so critical to winning lacrosse games. That's why they're so intent. That's why this referee wants to make it as fair as possible. This is not your NBA jump. This is much more complicated than an NBA basketball jump. And there, the ball high in the air, and it bounces, a lot of spin, and I think I heard a whistle, and they saw a push against Chaska, and that's going to be awarded to St. Louis Park. So following their goal, they get possession right away, a chance to really build some momentum here. Now with it, number 22 is Kate Grimm. And here's number 4, Alish Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, who had that first goal, has it again. And she puts it at the top of the key to Ridgway. Ridgway now. It's much like basketball in this sense, right? You got a point guard, Ridgway, now to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick gets pushed to the wayside. Nice perimeter defense by the Hawks. Now with it, I can't quite see her number. No, number 1, Ridgway. Good possession here. Not a bad idea for St. Louis Park just to keep possession here. Try to wear out that defense. Be very patient. This next goal could be critical. And the shot and a goal, just as I thought was about to happen. The pass to Margot Pollock results in the second goal for St. Louis Park, and it's 3-2. So just like that, the Hawks, look at that. Nice pass by Fitzpatrick, folks. That was brilliant. It was high. It allowed Pollock to catch it without having to do anything other than turn and shoot it. And I can't tell you how important, in my opinion, Alicia's Fitzpatrick's pass made that goal happen. Great bang bang play by St. Louis Park. They bring it back to 3-2. We're in the first quarter. I don't have a clock to tell you the exact time, but it's midway through a 12-minute first quarter, and it's 3-2, and this game is starting to get really exciting here. Park was down 3-0. They've scored 2 consecutive goals. This face-off again, always important, and Chaska wins this one. Now they have it. Number 8 is Riley Thompson for Chaska. Now they're in business on the offensive zone, and you've got to feel they want to answer back right here after giving up 2 consecutive goals in probably less than a minute. Now behind the net, number 28, that is Cassie Clay. She gets pushed back. Good defense by St. Louis Park. Now with it is number 1, Morgan Pollock. And she loses it, but just as she lost it, there was a whistle and a stoppage in play. Let's see what this is about and who's going to get possession. Looks like it's going to remain with Chaska, and it's going to be I don't know what they call these kind of shots. I want to say they're a penalty shot, but with it is Rissa Languth. She got the goal number 1 for Chaska, just where she was this time. Let's see if they can change the result. And it was awful difficult to save that again. That is really an advantage. It's really like a penalty shot in soccer. In fact, I think you have more an advantage because you get to run up on the goalie and put a move on him, where in soccer, a penalty kick, you got to kick it from the dot, and then the goalie has time to respond. But now it's 4-2, so Chaska answers right back after giving up 2 consecutive goals. Prior to that, they scored 3 of their own, and now it's 4-2. Here's the replay, and Languth just came right in. And I'm not sure she intended the ball to come out of her basket in that way. It looked like it sort of dribbled out. She tried to jerk it, but sometimes, a missed shot can be a great goal. And brilliant it was. All sports is results-oriented. You get the goal however you can. And now on the ensuing face-off, another whistle. And are they going to redo it? It looks like they are. And again, that's Ridgeway for St. Louis Park against Rissa Languth. Midway through quarter number 1. Opening night match for St. Louis Park girls lacrosse. So far, so good. They're down 2. They gave up that face-off, and now here comes Languth. They got to find someone to stop her momentum when she comes down the field like that, and now the pass ahead to number 9. I think that's Claire Dittburner, the 7th grader, took the pass from Languth and delivered it for goal number 5 for Chaska. 5-2 now our score. Oh, that was number 9. Dittburner, just a 7th grader out there. Getting on, that might be her first varsity goal. I'm pretty sure it very well may be, although this is the 3rd match. Certainly felt like it the way they celebrated. Yeah. All right, back to the center circle now. Ridgeway and Languth, they've been battling all throughout the first quarter. Look at Languth looking back. Look at them getting in their stances. Look at the referee trying to make it incredibly fair. And now the ball comes back into the Chaska zone. It's loose, and Fitzpatrick comes away with it. She is ultra talented, folks. Keep an eye on number 4, Fitzpatrick. She's got a skill set out there. She scored goal number 1. She assisted on goal number 2, and then she scooped that up on a dead run. Pure talent right there for Fitzpatrick, in my opinion. Now here comes St. Louis Park with it. I like how they're taking their time here. First match of the season. Nothing like real competition. practices cannot approximate what it's like to be in varsity competition. The intensity is way up and their own nerves are way up. And I like how they're just passing it around. That is really good stuff right here. Just these basics, switching positions, just sort of getting their motion offense underway here. Now trying to force it in there was number 22, Kate Grimm. She got pushed back, but I like the foray. Now Grimm with it again. Nice pass back to Fitzpatrick. I really like how they're playing here. Very disciplined, very patient. Now a pass to number 36. Don't know her name. I don't have it here. Lola Grimm. Park still with it. I like how they're eating up clock here. Taking their time. Only the first quarter. You don't want to be turning that ball over to Chaska all the time and allowing them to come down and get way up on you in the score. Be patient, and it's really, really looking very mature out there. Now they come in, it gets bumped away by Ridgeway, and there was a whistle, and that's going to be a call against Chaska, I would imagine, but maybe not. Boy, I'm confused on that one. So Chaska is going to get possession, and I wish I could explain it to you, and I really don't. So hopefully you're a little more educated on the sport than I am. Now with it, number 9, who scored the last goal for Chaska, Claire Dittburner. And she's getting pressured at midfield. Dittburner, though, does get across the 50. Nice lead pass ahead to number 13. That's Parker Schrant, the junior. She comes in unaccosted, and the shot blocked in front. And a whistle from the side referee stops the clock. And are we going to get another penalty type shot here for Chaska? Nope, they're just going to get it out of bounds. That's number 13 trotting in. Peter Schrant, as we saw the replay right there. And it is going to be a penalty type shot here. Not exactly sure why, but that's what's going to happen. I believe, as the referee, it's almost like a director in a play telling, oh, now they're going to give it back to St. Louis Park. So there you go. Good for them. But they are getting back checked hard by Chaska. Nice outlet pass to Fitzpatrick. Look at her duke and dive around, and now she finds her speed on the sideline. She got the double team. She got rid of it. Couldn't quite connect with her teammate ahead, which was number 28, Margot Pollock. And now a trip as Languth goes down, and that's going to bring a penalty here, and I think it's going to be on Fitzpatrick. Yellow card. I don't know what a yellow card exactly means. I know what it means in soccer, but she's going to come across. There she is. Let's see here on the replay what happened. Here's Languth. Fitzpatrick came over, and a little bit of a cross check with the stick forced her on the ground. So Fitzpatrick, they take a knee. That's the penalty box in lacrosse. So I don't know if it's a 1 minute or 2 minute penalty. I'm never sure about that. Probably at least a minute. And now here comes Languth and the shot. And did it go in? I can't quite tell. Did it go off the crossbar? It did. And a save. I will credit the save to the goaltender, number 33. What's her name? Oh yeah, Otis. I have her as number 29 on my program. So Karina Otis, nice save by Otis. 5-2 our score. First quarter. St. Louis Park. Fitzpatrick on her knee. So a player advantage still for Chaska, and now St. Louis Park. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. I was just heard from Howard, the famous PA announcer here in St. Louis Park. Now, here comes St. Louis Park on offense with less than a minute to go. They would love nothing better to get a third goal here and cut the deficit to 2. Here they come in. That's number 22 with it, Kate Grimm. Pass in front, shot taken by 36, Lola Grimm. There she is. And off the mark. I believe the clock is continuing to run here. St. Louis Park got it deep. Oh, right across the goal crease. Ball loose, picked up by number 14. That's Allie Mannion. And now a whistle. And a stoppage. Chaska will take over in their own zone as we're in the waning minutes of quarter number 1. Now she loses it. Good defense. I believe that was number 10, Lily Fandel Thompson. forcing the action, almost intercepted, and it was, and now picked up again by Languth. And now there's the whistle signaling the end of quarter number 1. And our score from St. Louis Park, 5-2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports, streaming live on YouTube. Come on back for quarter number 2. Glad you're with us.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
There we go. Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. We are in St. Louis Park and beginning quarter number 2 of opening night for girls St. Louis Park Lacrosse. They're down 5-2 here, and this is Chaska in the purple and gold, a Metro West Conference rival, and there's good defense by St. Louis Park. Ball loose and a whistle, and it's going to be a turnover for St. Louis Park. So good start in second quarter. That's number 28 with it, Margot Pollock. And now ahead to Alyssa Fitzpatrick. She's going to Florida Tech next year on a sport in 2 years. She's already committed to Florida Tech. She knows she's getting out of the cold weather. That she knows for sure. I'm sure that had something to do with her decision, and who can blame her, especially when you're playing on a 46-degree night. Now coming in, Ridgway with a shot. Oh, just got deflected in front by number 50. The goaltender, Remick, for Chaska. Denies Ridgway, but St. Louis Park keeps possession. They're down 5-2 here, trying to cut that deficit. Now Fitzpatrick. She trots to the center. She'll play point guard, as it were. And now away from the play, something was going on, and there might be an injury. And that is Meg Ridgway. I'm not sure what happened there. Can we go to a replay and maybe see? It was away from the action, really. And they are looking at her, and she's going to come off the field. Okay, let's go to the replay. Are we going to get a replay? Here we go. Let's see what happened. So the ball is over there, and Ridgway is, now she's already grabbing her head. She's by herself, like no one was there. She might have gotten hit earlier, and it just was sort of, does she have a bump on her forehead? Oh my goodness, she has got a big bump on her forehead. I think she'll be okay. I've had a bump like that once when I ran into a wall when I was like 10. I won't go into details about how that happened. I was 10. That would be my only excuse. But that's got to hurt, folks. Yeah, and she is feeling that, especially on a cold night. My heart goes out to her. But boy, she did take one on the noggin there. One thing you want to think about is, you know, any concussion. Hopefully not, but I think it's just going to hurt. It wouldn't surprise me if she comes back later, but right now she's got to catch her bearings and just see how she feels. So that's going to be a loss here for St. Louis Park. Ridgway going to Malone University on a scholarship, sports in Canton, Ohio, I found out. So we absolutely hope she can get back sooner rather than later. We'll keep an eye on that, her condition, and right away the shot now taken as we go back to action. Number 22, Kate Grimm. There she is on the replay, just missed wide right. She had an opportunity. She did a nice job getting herself in position. And play continues here in quarter number 2. Again, we don't have a clock that I can look at to give you the time, but I can tell you it's 5-2, and St. Louis Park has the ball. Now rushing again, number 22, Grimm. Now into the corner, losing it momentarily. That's number 11, and I don't have a name for her either.
11 is Bagney.
Who?
Claire Bagney.
Clara. Well, did I miss a goal? Margot just scored. So I don't have perfect information on the players, unfortunately, so that distracts me and unable to call that goal right there, but I can call it on the replay. And what a nice pass from behind, number 27, Madeline Anklam, to
Scoring for St. Louis Park, her second goal of the game, number 28, Margot Pollock. The assist goes to number 27, Madeline Anklam.
So Margot Pollock gets the goal. Madeline Acklam with the assist. They cut the deficit to 2. It's 5-3. We're in the second quarter.
Chaska 5, St. Louis Park 3.
St. Louis Park now used to be Ridgeway taking these center face-off, but now we have Fitzpatrick. I'm keeping an eye on Ridgeway. They've got an ice on her forehead. She's got a nice little bump there. A nice little souvenir for her season, and now Fitzpatrick scores it right off the bat there. And now it's 5-4, St. Louis Park. And you know, when a player gets injured, that can motivate the other players oftentimes too. It's like, all right, and I'm not sure if there was a cheap shot there, but look at that pass ahead to Fitzpatrick, and look at her ability to take it in like Jefferson for the Vikings. She just took that right over her shoulder in stride. A lot of talent in that number 4 right there. And now she's at the center circle, substituting for Ridgeway, who's got an ice pack on her forehead. We'll see if she can make it back, maybe in the third. We'll see. But meanwhile, it's 5-4 St. Louis Park. They're down 1. They were down 5-2. They've come back and scored 2 unanswered goals here in the second. And they are starting to make their presence felt. And you got to remember, this is their first match of the season. Chaska already has 2 under their belt. And I think that's a huge, huge advantage for Chaska. And now St. Louis Park, they're starting to play together here in their first varsity game of the season. And they're starting to figure it out here. It's 5-4. And now we have a whistle and a stoppage in play, as Chaska looks like they're going to get an opportunity just outside the semicircle as the referees organize everyone. And it's going to be number 2, Sarah Simon, coming right in, blocked in front. Nice save by Otis. And now she's going to launch it out. Outlet pass, misses the mark. Ball loose. And almost stumbling was number 3 for Chaska. That was Schmitz. And now intercepted by St. Louis Park. Oh, and just lost. They had it. She kind of ran a little too quick there before she knew she had it secured. Ball still loose and picked up by number 14 for Chaska. That's Allie Mannion. And now Chaska trying to answer. They're just up by 1 goal now here. Midway through the second quarter. Nice pass and misses the mark. Ball loose. Picked up by Chaska's number 2. That is Simon. Simon now. She'll trot in, try to put the move on the defense, comes right in the middle, and as she was rushing the ball into the center circle, a whistle from far out, and gosh darn it, I wish I knew exactly what. It looked fine to me. I'm not quite sure what the penalty was there. Meanwhile, I do know this, that Simon's going to get a free shot at Otis to try to extend their lead by another goal, and the quick shot, sideline. And it's deflected by Otis. That's her second save, and she loves to launch that outlet pass. And this time, she connects to number 11. I forgot. What is her name again? I don't have it. Who?
Claire Bagney.
How do you spell Vagnig?
B-L-G-B-A-G-N-E. Bagney.
Vagney. Clara Vagney. Okay. All right. Yeah, they don't print programs here at St. Louis Park anymore, so... Well, oh, there is that. I didn't know I had that. Actually, I do have that. Okay, thanks, Paul. I was looking at the other printout. All right, now here is Chaska, and a whistle just as the ball got poked loose. And what's our score?
It is 5-4.
5-4. All right, yeah, I need a scoreboard to remind me.
They always announce
I mean, I'm trying to name names and call plays. I don't remember the score off the top of my head all the time because I'm so focused. All right, here is the ball loose. Picked up by Chaska's number 1, Morgan Pollock. Ball loose, picked up by Otis. 5-4 our score. Another launching outlet pass. She's good at that. They haven't connected as well as they think they'd hoped for, but I do like the effort by Otis as she launches that ball out there. Ball loose, and now scooped up nicely by number 28 for St. Louis Park. That is Margot Pollock. Now Pollock rushing on the side. I think I heard a whistle. No, that was in my head, and now Pollock has it. As she'll trot behind the net and allow her teammates to catch up to her. Pollock behind. She's going to wind around and tries to sneak it in across the crease and scooped up by number 30. That is Peyton Buddha. And now Park with it. Trying to tie it up here. Fitzpatrick. Alish. The Florida Tech. 2B. Oh, nice defense and a stop there by the goaltender. That's Remick for Chaska. Comes up big for the Hawks, and now they are on the loose here. Crossing midfield unaccosted is number 7, Carly Sayer. And now a whistle just as number 13 for St. Louis Park, Ruby Viat, the junior, had it, but they're going to award it back to Chaska's number 7, Sayer. Now right in front, the shot goes wide right past Otis, out of bounds, whistle, and Chaska is going to retain possession behind the net. That's number 1, Morgan Pollock. There's Pollocks on both teams right there. Are they related? I don't know. I doubt it. You know, all right, now whistle. Otis has it, hands it to the referee, and he's going to walk. Was there a goal that I just missed? Oh, I missed a goal. There it is on the replay. That's what's great about replay is number 1, Morgan Pollock scores it. 6-4, and that brings a timeout by the Orioles. Midway through the second quarter. We don't have an exact time, do we, by chance? I don't think so. So we're midway through the second. Oh, approximate time, 4:15 to go. As we look at the cold fans, and I'll remind our audience, if you're watching us, it's kind of good that you're in a nice warm spot because it's very chilly here in St. Louis Park watching this match. As we look at their upcoming schedule, they have Hopkins. One thing, I did do a little research. The boys lacrosse is merged with Hopkins. I think they have a joint team. And St. Louis Park does not. So it's a popular sport here in St. Louis Park. They got to keep it alive. And when it's played well, like both these teams are playing, it's a very, very exciting game to watch and to broadcast. So glad to be bringing it to you. And there is their upcoming schedule. St. Paul, Two Rivers. These are all home games. Then Benilde St. Margaret's comes over. Cross Highway 100 rivalry there. Holy Angels from Richfield comes up, and then at Waconia. That'll be a bus ride, won't it? An hour. Southwest Christian at New Prague. That's an hour for sure. Maybe an hour and a half. No, maybe not quite. Orono, and then at Bloomington Jefferson to close out the season. It's about a month long these days, isn't it? And then they go to the sections. Boy, the year goes fast. Some of these girls are going to be graduating, moving on. And for the seniors, this is the sweet spot when you're in high school, isn't it? That springtime as you approach graduation. Some of the sweetest times in your life for a lot of people. And here is St. Louis Park. Down 6-4. They just had a timeout to think about it. I'm looking at the sideline here. If you're just joining us, Meg Ridgway, their star center, does all their face-offs. Took a bump on the head. She's still on the sideline, nursing her injury. Not sure she's going to make it back, but we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, back at the center circle, Fitzpatrick, the Florida Tech to be in 2 years. She's just a sophomore. She's a junior. All right, face-off, won by Fitzpatrick. Why not? Now with it, number 22, Kate Grimm. Nice pass to the right side to number 17, Stella Kruger. And St. Louis Park showing lots of poise this year. I have to tell you, it's noticeable to me anyway. And now behind the net, really good to see. Number 27, Madeline Anklam. And I really like this idea of passing that ball around, just especially first match of the year, just getting the fundamentals. And it also tires out the defense, right? They got their arms up. Let's see. Oh, ball loose. Fitzpatrick almost got it. Now scooped up by St. Louis Park's number 11, Clara Bagney. Nice job there. Passing it around, trying to wear down that defense. Fitzpatrick to number 22. That is Grimm. Good defense by Chaska. They're keeping good spacing, keeping themselves between the goal. There's Anklam now behind the net. Nice pass there. Number 30 with it. Buddha. Centering pass. What a pass that was. Almost connected, but ball loose. Wow, that was a great play as number 27 darted in there. Anklam very well, and now it's loose, and Chaska recovers. Great scoring opportunity for St. Louis Park. They should feel very happy about that opportunity. They're going to score on that more often than not. And now Chaska into the St. Louis Park zone. How much time do we have left approximately? 3:32 to go, we think. 2:32 to go in second quarter. First match of the season at home for St. Louis Park. Now Chaska loses it, and they're going to call a foul on the Orioles. Looks like it's going to be called on number 11. Here's this replay with the pass right on the money, and I like how it's high where she doesn't have to do anything but try to shoot it. She tried to go low on the goaltender Remick, and Remick was there to stop it. Now back on the other side, a penalty shot opportunity for number 10 is Sydney Sandvig, and she goes in, and Otis deflects it, but the rebound ends up in a goal for Chaska. Boy, that ball bounced just right for the Hawks. And I'm looking to see who got it. If I see her number, her teammates are surrounding her, and it's number 10. That is Sydney Sandvig. No, wait a minute. Is it? Because Sandvig took the initial shot. It's this woman right here. Number 2, Sarah Simon.
Number 2, Sarah Simon.
It looked like they were congratulating Sandvig, and maybe they should because she initiated the penalty shot, which resulted in the rebound for that woman right there, Sarah Simon. And our score now is 7-4 Chaska. They matched their largest lead of the night, but now here comes St. Louis Park with that all-important ensuing faceoff. With it, number 22, Kate Grimm. She turns, centering pass again, tried to get it to Anklam, and they misconnected on that shot, and now Chaska with the turnover, and they're rushing it down. That's Laguth. Lead pass intended for number 22, Pfeiffer. And she lost it, but it was picked up by number 6, Evelyn Rogers. And as she approached the goal, there was a whistle, and I think she's going to get a penalty shot. Here's this last goal. Did she pass it? Let's see here. Oh, you didn't go back far enough. Yep. Yep, we got another penalty shot, but we're going to go back to this replay. Producer Paul Broden thinks it was a pass. I'm not sure. Or is this the live now? That's live. Okay. So that was the second penalty shot by Sandvig. Okay, we're going to go back to that replay that ended up in the goal. Is this a pass or is this a rebound goal? Here she comes in. Oh, no, it was deflected from behind. So good defense. You know, that is just unfortunate for St. Louis Park because that was great defense from behind, and it just ended up in the basket of Sarah Simon. And now we've got another goal. Yeah, we were looking at that X replay, but I think it was worth going back to examine that. But number 6, Evelyn Rogers. And it's 8-4 now. Chaska, their largest lead as we are approaching the final moments of quarter number 2. First year we've gone to quarters, and what I come to learn last year was 25-minute halves. Now it's 12-minute quarters, which takes 2 minutes off the overall match, but the reason is because the girls in college play that type of format. So that's why, and I think that makes sense. Okay, here comes Chaska. And that is number 3 with it, Braden Schmitz. Ball loose, whistle. Schmitz will retain possession, getting rid of it quickly to Laguth. Languth now given right by the defense. She's got some speed. Finally gets turned back around. Now pass to the top of the key to Sandvig. Sandvig backs off. Controlling that ball well. Centering pass misses the mark, and Otis able to scoop it up. As we just have maybe a minute or so to go in quarter number 2. Park would love nothing better to get a tally right before halftime, as they find themselves down 8-4 now. Oh, nice splitting the defense there by number 36, Lola Grimm, the freshman. I like that move by Lola. Now ball loose, picked up by picked up by Chaska's number 28. That's Cassie Clay. And the shot, and I heard a whistle, and we've got a foul that's going to be called on the Orioles, which is going to result in a penalty shot if there's time. So I think they usually stop the clock. Okay, that's going to be number 32, Languth. Right in, and Otis deflects it. Rebound in Chaska's basket, and that is the whistle signaling the end of quarter number 2. So after 2 quarters complete, our score 8-4. You're watching girls lacrosse on ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us. Come on back for the second half.
While serving in Iraq, our vehicle was hit, and it was bad. Back home, I had to learn to live with the scars, both visible and invisible. Having someone on your side means everything.
DAV helps veterans like LaToya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports. Quick halftime, and we're back underway in the third quarter. Our score 8-4. We're watching ParkTV 16 Sports, bringing you girls high school lacrosse opening night for the St. Louis Park girls, and they find themselves down 4 here early in the third quarter. One of their stars, Ridgeway. How's she doing? All right. All right, I thought she'd be back. She just had to catch her bearings. So Ridgeway, if you're just joining us, took a shot on the head, and she's got a nice little bump there, doesn't she? Well, that'll be a nice memory. Is she graduating this year? Yeah, oh my goodness. Got prom coming up, all that stuff. Hey, it'll be a great, great memory in the long run. I don't mean to laugh. That looks like it really hurt. So, all right, now here comes Chaska, and they strip it away. Nice job there by number 36, Lola Grimm. And now Park, they need a goal here. That would be what the doctor ordered if they could get a tally here and cut the deficit to 3. And we'll keep an eye. Is Ridgeway out there yet? Not quite yet. Yep. She's, oh, yeah, there she is. Oh, yeah. So Ridgeway's getting ready. She's got the jacket on. She's got the goggles on. She's got the stick in her hand. Oh, yeah. All right, now whistle meanwhile. And I got to credit the band here for St. Louis Park. I was in the band once when I was in high school. I played in this cold weather, and they deserve, they're leaving here. I don't know if we can get them on the camera, but we should. But meanwhile, the play's going on here. But I'm going to give kudos to the band for coming out in this weather and playing those brass instruments. Great job. All right, now here comes Chaska with their 8-4 lead early in the third quarter. That's number 13 with it. Parker Schrant, she gets by the defense, coming right in and beats Otis right at shoulder level. I think right next to the posts there. Number 13 is Parker Schrant, the junior attacker. Nice goal by her. And she got by the defense right there. Number 13, Ruby Viat, just let her get by at the last second there. She kind of let up, and that allowed the attacker to get in there, and now it's 9-4. Midway through the third quarter. We don't have a clock working here, unfortunately, at the stadium. 12-minute quarters. We're early in the third, and it's now 9-4, and we go back to the center circle. And that's going to be Fitzpatrick taking the draw. And it's won by Sandvig and the Hawks, and she's got real estate in front of her. And Fitzpatrick finally able to catch up to her to turn her back. And now Sandvig at the point position for the Hawks. Her team up 5. Cuts left, comes back right. Good perimeter defense by the Orioles. Sandvig now to the near side to number 2, Simon. Simon's got a couple goals on the evening. She spins back around. Now she's at the point. Spins, goes left, backs up. Kind of like a video game out there, the way they move around, water bug type actions. And now number 1, Morgan Pollock. Oh, she kind of lulled her to sleep, beat her by 1 foot, tried to get the pass over to Simon, misconnects, ball loose, now behind the net. That looks like it's Langguth. Langguth with it. Extended possession now for the Hawks, as they have their largest lead of the evening at 5. Now rushing, and the bounce shot, nicely handled by Otis. She looked that right into her basket, and now she'll hold it there as they set up. Now coming out on the outlet pass, that's going to be a little bit errant. Ball loose. Chaska fighting for it along with Park, and nice job by, oh, not quite yet. That's number 28 battling, Margot Pollock. And finally a whistle, and Pollock has it, and she's off to the races, and she gets tripped from behind. That's, I don't know the rules, but that's got to be a whistle, and that's got to be a minute. And Pollock, slow to get up, Pollock, and so I have a Jackson Pollock print, and I always say Jackson, but I don't mean to be offensive when I say that. So it's Pollock. So, and there's several Pollocks on both these teams. Okay, now here comes St. Louis Park, number 1, and there's Ridgway. She's back, and she's got a bump on her forehead, but she's got a compress on it. But, you know, she's going to be protecting that forehead. That's going to be sore. But she's out there, tough as nails, number 1. Good to see. And now Fitzpatrick with it. And she's got Ridgway. They're the battery of this team, those two right there, Ridgway and Fitzpatrick. Now number 22, Grimm. Those 3. Fitzpatrick. She'll trot left, change positions with 22, Grimm and Ridgway. They're the 3 here that make this offensive engine go. Nice pass to Ridgway, lost it. Now, almost taken away. Fitzpatrick, though, sneaky good there in Ridgway, and couldn't quite handle it, and ball lost, picked up by the Hawks. Number 28 with it for Chaska. That is Cassie Clay. Nice alliteration there in that name. And now ahead to Sandvig, lost. And now here comes St. Louis Park with an opportunity. That was number 4, Fitzpatrick. Or is that number 9, I think? That was Riley Unick. Okay. And now Chaska back with it. Rushing right in the center. Pass right in front. Where did she come from? Number 1, Morgan Pollock gets the goal, and it's like she was waiting down there. It's like, oh, where did she come from? Right in front. Nothing Otis could do. Nice play by Chaska. And number 1 was just in the weeds there, wasn't she, Morgan Pollock? And just from out of nowhere, she was wide open on the doorstep, results in a goal. And it's 10-4 now for the Hawks on the road here at St. Louis Park, opening night for their season. St. Louis Park has several home games to begin with after tonight. Hopkins, then St. Paul, Two Rivers, Benilde, and Holy Angels. So this is just game one. As I mentioned at the onset of our broadcast, Chaska has two games already under their belt. They came in with a 1-1 record. This is St. Louis Park's first match, and I do believe that's a big advantage for Chaska. St. Louis Park, though, still having a nice night here, 4 goals, and showing great continuity in how they're playing here, and they're only going to get better, I feel. Now with it, Languth takes the move on. Good double team there to push her back on the perimeter. She gives up the ball to number 13, Schrant. Now Schrant at the top of the key, in close to Simon, and they allowed that cutter to get wide open as she took the pass and turned and scored. And Chaska now in fine form here on offense
Scoring for Chaska,
as they
number
make
2,
it 11-4.
Sarah
Watch
Simon.
this
It
pass
is now
and just the
Chaska
cutter
11, St. Louis
right
Park
there, and the quick
4.
shot before anybody can react. And Sarah Simon, the junior attacker, she's got at least 3 tonight, and she is feeling it for sure. As we go back to the center circle, midway through quarter number 3, and back to the face-off again, Fitzpatrick. So Ridgway back in the match, but she's not doing the face-off duties right away. Probably a good idea to protect her forehead. And I haven't seen a lump on someone's forehead like that. And like I said, I think it happened to me when I was 10. I remember I think I ran into a wall playing tag at elementary school. I didn't stop in time and bang. But that was, she took a nice little hot hit there. All right, now here comes St. Louis Park's Fitzpatrick as the sun comes out. Maybe that'll have a nice impact. There's Ridgway. She's fully got it going on here. Bump or no bump, and the sun's coming out, and boy, does that feel good. It's been cold, rainy weather here the last several days in the Twin Cities area. After we had a 90-degree day almost, or 80s like a week ago. But typical spring weather going from 70 to 40 or 30 in a day or two. But good weather is on its way here as we're just midway through April. Now with it, number 22, that is Kate Grimm. And you can see the sheen off the field there. And after a couple days of solid rain, which we all needed here, it's nice to see that sun start to come out. Let's see if it has a favorable impact on St. Louis Park's offense. That shot taken by number 36, Lola Grimm, right here. She comes cutting in. Uses her leverage there. Good defense, though, I have to say, by the Hawks. Number 12, that was Kate Welter, the 8th grader, able to thwart that opportunity. But a good opportunity nevertheless. Now right in front, the shot deflected by Ridgway, and she gets her own rebound. Ridgway now on the far side, right along the goal line, trots in. You can see the wind as their hair is blowing around. 20 miles an hour gusts out there on a 46-degree day. Makes the wind chill, sun or no sun, it's upper 30s at max. And the nice little pirouette there backs away. Great agility on display by number 22, Kate Grimm. And now the pass up to Ridgway. Good ball control on display by the Orioles. Ridgway gets pushed back as she'll turn around, and there was a whistle on that contact. So that is going to be maybe a free penalty shot. It's going to be from quite a distance, but nevertheless, we'll see what Fitzpatrick can do with this opportunity. The junior college scholarship decides to not try to go to the net. I think she was a little far out, but she kind of lulled the defenders to sleep, and she took her shot, deflected, rebound on the near side, picked up by number 12. That's Claire Williams. I have a cousin's daughter named Claire Williams. It's not her, though. Okay. Now in the corner, Ridgway. The sun go behind the clouds. That's Lola Grimm. She loses it, but it gets back into the basket, at least almost, to Claire Williams. And now here comes Chaska's number 14 with it, Allie Mannion. Ahead to number 13, Parker Schrant. Schrant now in St. Louis Park territory. Gets by the defense. She's got some speed. Gets held up finally ahead to number 1. Nice save by Otis. Rebound. 45-degree angle. Picked up by number 16. That's Kylie Mullerin. And now Chaska St. She's got at least 3 tonight. She's coming in all alone on Otis. And Otis is able out there to meet her and make her take that shot a little sooner than she wanted to. Nice job by Otis recognizing what was going on there and stopping it. Now here comes Languth. She's got a couple on the night. Now out to number 1. That is Pollock. Morgan Pollock. And now she'll trot to the right. Pollock puts the move on. Good defense by number 13 for Park. That's Ruby Viat. Now behind the net, Simon. Simon now taking her time, coming around the corner, tries to stuff it in, and this time she's successful. Boy, Sarah Simon is having a night. I think that's goal number 5. I'm not keeping great track, but it's 4 or 5. 4th goal by Sarah Simon as she goes high over Otis. And you'd like to see St. Louis Park get a body on her to prevent her from getting behind that goal line, but she is in her element. Number 2, Simon, the senior attacker, 4 goals on the night, which brings our score to 12-4, I believe. Midway through the 3rd quarter, boy, that wind is continuing to gust out there. You look at the wind, you can see on their uniforms. That is no joke, folks, either. It is really windy. Typical April, Minnesota day. Couldn't get more typical than the wind and the cold. All right, now face off Fitzpatrick. They almost look like they're shaking out there from the cold. Now picked up on the face off. That's number 28, Cassie Clay. Chaska back on offense, loses the ball momentarily. Picked up by number 1, Morgan Pollock. Now to number 13, Schrant. Taking her time. Lots of movement in front of the net. Cutters coming from both sides. Another cutter right there, deflected in front. Then picked up by 20, the cutter for Chaska. And I don't have a name for her, unfortunately. Neither do you. So, yeah, all right. Now play underway and another goal. Is that Simon again? No, 32. That's Languth. That's, I think, her 3rd. She started the scoring off way back at the beginning of the match. Here's that replay. Shifting to her left was 13, Schrant. And she found number 32, Languth. And look at the excitement on that young woman with that goal right there. 13-4 now our score. Midway through the 3rd quarter, how much time approximately do you think? 3:09? No. No. I'm in the same booth with Howard, and he's got some sort of electronics here. So we're trying to guess at the time here to bring you the most accurate information because we pride ourselves on that as best we can. But it's 13-4, that we know. And we're in the 3rd quarter, no clock working here. And now Fitzpatrick comes away with it, and she's got real estate ahead of her, but she slows up as she was about to get attacked from behind. So great instincts by Fitzpatrick to kind of slow it down there. Now the ball loose and joshing for it there. And the ball goes down, and they're going to award it to Chaska. With it, number 14. For Chaska, that's Allie Mannion. As they begin play once again in the 3rd, lead head pass deflected in front by both Ridgway and number 13 on defense, Ruby Viat, and that's a turnover for Ridgway and Viat and the Orioles. Orioles now looking for their first goal in the 2nd half here. Oh, the pass almost connects to number 22, Kate Grimm. And a whistle and a turnover, and Chaska has it at least momentarily here. Ball loose and a whistle as St. Louis Park tried to get it back, and the referees feels like they keep protecting the Hawks. And there was the whistle signaling the end of our 3rd quarter. So 3 quarters under our belt, Score 13-4. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports streaming live on YouTube. Stay around for our fourth quarter.
This is my husband, Alex Hussey. Alex is about 2 weeks away from coming home.
I was point man in foot patrol, and I stopped on the bomb. Lost my legs and my left hand in an explosion.
And he suffered a severe traumatic brain injury.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
There are so many mountains to climb, and we do it together.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
To watch Alex take on this mountain, that's what this is all about.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Alex has conquered this mountain. That's something he won't forget.
With the right support, there are no limits.
Look at that smile! You did it!
But there's more to be done, and more victories to be won.
This has meant so much.
Thank you, DAV.
Alex Hussey, thank you for your service. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
We're back, and there's the wind. Wow, what a great shot to start our fourth quarter. It really depicts what's really going on here. It's a cold, windy, early evening night here in St. Louis Park, but we're bringing you girls varsity lacrosse, Metro West style. Chaska Hawks coming in with a 1-1 record. St. Louis Park, their opening night, and they find themselves down here early, or late, I should say, 13-4, 13-4, and now it's 13-4, yes, okay. Now, St. Louis Park going left to right, and on a windy, cold evening. Let's see if they can get on the board here early in the fourth. And the pass after they won that important face-off, and a turnover now. Chaska has it. That's number 3, Braden Schmitz. Schmitz now rushing into the offensive zone. Nice pass to the left side to number 16. That is Mullerin. And now behind the net, Mullerin. She'll slow it up, allow their offense to set up, and the pass to Languth, and it gets deflected by Otis. Rebound, though, back to number 16 is Mullerin, and her shot goes wide behind the net, and now Simon has it, and she's been dangerous tonight for the Hawks. She's got 4 goals, goes for her 5th, and rebound, and Simon has it again. Simon behind the net, the senior attacker, really having a great scoring night here for the Hawks on the road. On a cold, windy night. Now Langoose, she's got 3 goals. Her shot quickly deflected by Otis. Rebound now on the far side. Picked up by, who's got it here? Languth fights it for the Chaska. Now picking it up, Kate Grimm. She gets it over to Otis. Nice job by Grimm, how she kind of scooped it along the ground to Otis. And Otis finds the open person at midfield. Nice outlet pass by Otis to number 36, Lola Grimm. Grimm ahead to Ridgway. Ridgway on the races. Comes in. Cuts back left, looks right, now holds up, gets it poked away, she recovers. Nice job by number 1, Ridgway. Now she'll back it up and allow her team to get in their offensive set here. Now she'll trot back, trade places with Lola Grimm. Grimm now to Fitzpatrick as they'll trade places. This is much like basketball. Lacrosse is like a part of every sport I've seen. Now the shot by Fitzpatrick. Ridgway should get, and that was a whistle that's going to nullify that. My goodness. Park cannot buy a break here at all. I don't know what the thing is. They're going to make him work for it again. Now Fitzpatrick, point blank range, is going to come right in on the goaltender, and the save this time. My goodness. Wow, you go from elation to deflation in seconds, and now taken back away by Kate Grimm. Ever resilient. Here's Ridgway taking a hit there, and she'll back it up. The resiliency of these high school players is amazing and inspiring, isn't it? I mean, that was as tragic as it gets. You get the goal, they call the penalty, you get a penalty shot, and they get the save. You go from the highest high to the lowest low, but yet they still manage to get the ball back on offense. Now here's Fitzpatrick. All that to say is great resiliency. Kate Grimm now coming right in, battling, gets her ball deflected in front. Ridgway scrambling for the rebound, and they're going to call infraction on Chaska this time. I think I read that official's hand signals correctly, and there's going to be a chance here for who's going to get the shot. I think it's Ridgway. She should. from a 45-degree angle. She's going to come right in and scores it. Meg Ridgway, and that's got to feel good after the hit she took on her noggin in the first half. And to come back after sitting out all of the second quarter, and I like how she was able to, with her wrist, turn that basket and go to that upper right-hand corner. There is a warrior right there, Meg Ridgway. Huh? Battle tested. Compress on her forehead, and she gets the 5th goal of the night. And that makes that little bump feel a little better with that goal, I guarantee you. All right, sun still trying to peek out on that far western sky. Conjures up dreams of warmer weather, but right now it is hot on this field. Ridgway with the ensuing face-off after, or excuse me, Fitzpatrick after Ridgway's goal. And the face-off controlled by the Hawks now. 13-5 our score. Opening night in St. Louis Park for their girls lacrosse home schedule. They start out with 5 home games. And now, just as I thought there was a turnover, and we got a whistle from the official on the left sideline, and I think they're going to call it against Park, and that's going to give Langouth with a point-blank penalty shot right at Otis. Into the sunshine. She tries to go low, and I thought Otis read it. She did go low, but the ball did bounce over the basket and into the net. Nice creative shot there by Chaska, I have to admit that. And that gives them, I think, their 14th goal. Here it is. Watch her go low here. Yeah, she just dribbled it right between the legs. Very creative, I have to admit that. Langouth, nice goal.
Number 32, Rissa Langouth.
And I think that's Langouth's 4th goal of the night to match her teammate Sarah Simon. And now that sun is really coming in. And it looks good on camera, doesn't it? Look at that great St. Louis Park logo with the sunshine, the orange and black. Great colors. Great, great, great looking field here. And now back to the center circle. We're midway through the 4th quarter. New format in how they play. Won by the Orioles, now in front. Ball loose. I think that was Lola Grimm, and she had a chance as she tried to roll it in there on the ground, much like the goal they just gave up. And that sun is really at a tough angle. You wonder, that's going to affect the players, I would think, too, maybe looking into it as they're passing. And now with it, number 22, Kate Grimm, behind the net, trots back, now to the far side along the goal line. I think that's Fitzpatrick, if I can see. No, now that's Fitzpatrick, number 4. She's going to try to rush, cuts right, gets pushed back, backs up. And I like how she keeps her head up. She can see where her teammates are. She's not so concerned about, well, because she can handle the ball. Now with it, number 30, that is Peyton Buddha. Now behind the net, number 27, Madeline Anklem. Testing that far side. Now Grimm comes in, cuts right, comes right in, takes a shot over the crossbar, out of bounds. Good attempt there by Ridgway. Here's that replay coming right in there. And I got to say, she's brave because she's got a very, very sore bump on her forehead. And I think anybody that touches it would hurt. But she is brave to go right in there and risk that. And Fitzpatrick is going to get a penalty shot on the stoppage with the whistle. All right, now Ridgway with a golden opportunity from about a 45-degree angle, coming right in, hesitates, shoots, goes wide right, out of bounds. Who's going to get possession? And it looks like it's going to be white ball, St. Louis Park. Here they come out. I don't know what that sun looks like. Oh, I can see what it looks like on camera, but it is really nice for a little bit of a gift for the fans in the stands and the cold wind to feel that sunshine. And now the shot. That was a goal by Ridgway. I couldn't tell if it got in the net, but it certainly did, and that's Ridgway's 2nd goal in a row. She's got both goals here in the second half. Look at the spin move by Ridgway, and she just got rid of it. What a nifty goal. She beats the goaltender high, Cameron Remick. And that's 2 consecutive goals for Meg Ridgway. And now she'll come to the sideline to talk to her coach. Bump and all, she's got 2 consecutive goals in her home opener as a senior. She's going to be going to, what's the name of the college again? Malone University, Malone, in Canton, Ohio. Home of the NFL Hall of Fame. That's what everybody says. That's all we know it for, really, but great for her. It'll be fun to go out there and watch her play, won't it? Yes, it will, of course. All right, now, well, Meg Ridgway, it's been her show on offense here in the second half. She's got both goals. It was only 4 at halftime. Now it's 6, both credited to Meg Ridgway. Now, here they come in. This is Kate Grimm. Oh, she was about to let that go, and at the last minute, the defense changed her mind. Now spinning back, now top of the key. Fitzpatrick. She'll go left, trade places with number 11, Anklam. Or no, that's Claire Bagney, excuse me. Now Fitzpatrick still with it. Top of the key. Pressuring there was Languth for Chaska. Now Kate Grimm to Ridgway. She's hot right now. She's got 2 in a row. She's got to be feeling it too. I certainly would be if I had 2 goals in a row. And now they call a whistle, and they're going to give her somewhat of a penalty shot, although Chaska seems to be in the way there. It's funny that they don't know that at first, but she's a little bit far out. Will she take a rush all the way to the net, or is she going to back off? That would be the question, isn't it? Yep. Oh, she came in. No, she found Kate Grimm right at the doorstep and couldn't quite connect, but nice idea there. And Ridgway now behind the net. Clearly running the show out there, the point guard. Looking. Clock continues to wind down here in the 4th. Park, though, with 2 consecutive goals now, both by Ridgway coming in. Fitzpatrick tried to thread the needle from a tough angle, and a nice save, though, by Cameron Remick, the sophomore goaltender for the Hawks, and now they're back on offense. Running into the sunlight here as it sets in the western sky, coming right in the shot, and a goal by number 3. Oh, it got deflected. Nice save by Otis. It was hard for me to tell. I'm looking right into the sunshine, almost from the same angle as this camera that you're looking through at home or wherever you are watching our broadcast. Glad you're with us, by the way. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. All right, now on the far side, Chaska. And that sun is really getting at a level where it's almost blinding. So we'll do the best we can if I can see in the glare. All right, that's number 6, Evelyn Rogers. Now rushing the net was number 1, Morgan Pollock, and she scores it to stop the bleeding after giving up 2 consecutive goals to St. Louis Park. Number 1, Morgan Pollock with the goal. Here's that replay. Coming right in there, and she kind of came out of that net in an unorthodox, awkward way, but it worked, and she's got to be feeling good. They got a good 45-minute bus ride ahead of them, and when you're winning, it always is a better way. I used to take long bus rides. I grew up in Shakopee. Our conference was the Suburban West, it was called. We'd go all the way out to Hutchinson, and there's nothing worse than losing to Hutchinson in basketball on a January night at 9:30 at night, facing a hour-and-a-half bus ride. All right, now ensuing face-off after the Chaska goal. Picked up here by Chaska's number 32, Languth. She's got several goals on the night. Fitzpatrick trying to poke it away, and she does successfully from behind. Surprising to me that Languth couldn't feel her presence, but she certainly didn't. But it does still result on the whistle in Chaska retaining possession. Now Languth coming right in, beats the defense, winds around, and scores it, and beats Otis. Nice goal there by Languth, showing great body control. She came in and darted right and scored it. And the Hawks are firmly in control. Watch, she split the defense with 3-4 girls all around her and beats them all. Languth.
Chaska 16, St. Louis Park 6.
Our score is 16-6.
In running time.
And now we're in running time. The mercy rule in effect. Do we have an approximation of how much time's to go, do you think? 2:32 remaining. And we are in running time. They do have a mercy rule, which is at 10 goals. And now Fitzpatrick to the center circle for the face-off. Can Park get one more goal here in the second half? It's only their first match of the season. I think they've played very well for their first match. Chaska had 2 under their belt. And as I've said several times tonight, I think that's a huge advantage early in the season. But I think Park looks good. They've got the makings to have a very successful season, and it's only going to get better. All right, now here comes Ridgway. She is playing very well here in the second half. She's got 2 goals of her own. Now an interception, and here comes Chaska on the far side, rushing it. I believe that was number 13 with it, Parker Schrant. Schrant now, if I'm correct, I was correct. And she still has it. She's just rushed about 60 yards, able to get the pass across the way to London Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer coming right in and still has it, didn't shoot it, spins around, takes contact, and that's going to draw a whistle. And that's going to be a turnover against Chaska. I wish I could explain why, but no one's asking questions if you're a Park fan, that's for sure. Look at number 28 on the forecheck, Cassie Clay. She didn't like that she lost that ball. I don't blame her for trying to get it right away back. She was right on the doorstep. And now the turnover again. And there's a push from Park. And now 1 minute remaining in the match. 16-6 our score. And Chaska has it. And it is still cold and windy out there, and getting colder as the sun now is behind the clouds as it continues to set. And with it is number 13, Parker Schrant. And they're just going to sit on it here. No, on the far side. Now after the whistle, Schrant centering pass to Languth. She goes low, and she beats Otis for their 17th of the night. And is that the whistle? And that's the match. We just heard the final whistle. Chaska scores right at the tail end. And so for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our production here, especially our cameramen on the top of the roof, braving the cold, they deserve medals tonight. But our final score is 17-6. For Paul Broden, our producer, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.